pointing in. So that means your fingertips are pointing inwards like this. So if it says working hand pointing in, this is your working hand and we're pointing in. If it says supporting hand pointing in, this is supporting hand and we're pointing in. If it helps you, think of your index fingers as pointers. So if it says working hand pointing in, so think of your index hand finger and it's pointing in. If it says supporting hand pointing in, this is your supporting hand. Think of your pointy finger, your index finger, and it's pointing in. Pointing out, so it just means that your hands are pointing out. So if it says working hand pointing out, this is your working hand and we're pointing out. If it says supporting hand pointing out, this is your supporting hand and we're pointing out. Again, if it helps you, think of your index fingers and your pointers. So if it says working hand pointing out, use your index finger to point out. If it says supporting hand pointing out, use your supporting hand and use your index finger to point out. Pointing up, so your hands would be pointing up like that. So if it says working hand pointing up, this is your working hand and we're pointing up. If it says supporting hand pointing up, this is your supporting hand and we're pointing up. Again, if it helps, think of your index fingers. If it says working hand pointing up, use your index finger to point up on your working hand. If it says supporting hand pointing up, use your supporting hand, your index finger pointing up. Pointing down, so it just means that your fingers are pointing down. So it says working hand pointing down, this is your working hand and the fingers are pointing down. If it says supporting hand pointing down, this is your supporting hand and the fingers are pointing down. If it helps, think of your index fingers again. If it says working hand pointing down, your finger on your working hand is pointing down. If it says supporting hand pointing down, this is supporting hand, index finger, and this says pointing down, it's pointing down. Pointing forward just means that your fingers on your hands are pointing forward. So if it says working hand pointing forward, this is your working hand and your fingers are pointing forward. If it says supporting hand pointing forward, this is your supporting hand and your fingers are pointing forward. If it helps, think of your index fingers again. So if it says working hand pointing forward, get your index finger, working hand pointing forward. If it says supporting hand pointing forward, this is supporting hand, index finger, and it's pointing forward. Pointing back, so that's when your hands and your fingers are pointing back towards you. So if it said working hand pointing back, this is your working hand, and your fingers are pointing back. If it said supporting hand pointing back, this is your supporting hand, and the fingers are pointing back. If it helps, you can think of your index finger. If it says working hand pointing back, your index finger is pointing back on your working hand. If it says supporting hand pointing back, your supporting hand index finger is pointing back